everyone and welcome back to another Wizard101 video. Today, I'm going to be doing the reverse of what I did yesterday. I'm going to be doing my favorite street in every world. Are these videos because I'm lazy? Maybe. I mean, I have stuff to do today, so I just wanted a quick video to pump out to you guys. Also, not the worst idea in the world I've ever had, so whatever. But today, favorite street, every single world. And I'm going to be going over it right now. So, Wizard City. Realistically, this one doesn't have too many streets I even like. Similar to last time when I said there isn't too many I dislike, there isn't too many I like either. If I had to pick one, though, it would probably be Unicorn Way, I guess, just because it's a pretty iconic. But realistically, I don't even really like any of them. Like, when I look at any of them, and I could be like, oh, it's that. No, it's just not. I don't really like any of them. So, whatever. That's that. Moving on to Crocotopia. In Crocotopia, there's quite a few streets, quite a few options, and I think my favorite would probably be... 1 second. Sorry, yawning. I think my favorite would probably be either the Chamber of Fire or the Palace of Fire, and this has to do with just pure nostalgia. Those streets are very ingrained in my memory. Palace of Fire especially, helping Professor Winthrop, you know, all those things, really does stick in my head. Definitely none of my favorites would be in the Crocosphinx, but the Tomb of Storms has some good ones as well. Realistically, though, they're kind of short, which is why I would choose these over that. You know, just what I have in mind. Okay, Marley Bone. This one, for me, is a pretty easy, like, either Chelsea Court or Hyde Park. Both of them are really fun. Probably pick Chelsea Court over Hyde Park. They have some fun quests, a fun quest line. I also don't mind Knight's Court, but you know, it's pretty good. All of them are pretty good. But if you counted like the dungeons, Castlestein's Lab would probably be my favorite by far. But I wasn't really counting that because it's not technically a street; it's technically a dungeon. So I don't know. If you count it as a street, that's my favorite street. Mushu. This one's pretty easy, definitely. I think sorry, I started spacing out. I think Tataki Outpost and Hamatsu Village are my favorites. They both have really fun quest lines, and they're very I especially like Tataki Outpost, where you like burn the towers and then you fight the guy. Very fun indeed. I don't really like the second half as much. Like anything in Yoshihito Temple, I don't really like as much as the others. Kishibe Village is pretty good as well. Kishibe Village, however you pronounce it. I don't really care. Oh god, I feel a sneeze coming. Whatever, I'll just keep talking until it's forced out of me. Dragonspire. This one for me would probably go to the Grand Chasm. I really like the Grand Chasm, especially the Grand Chasm's past, where you go to the past of Dragonspire. It's really cool to see what Dragonspire looked like prior to, you know, everything exploding and burning and dying. I thought that was really cool as well. You know, going into the Crystal Vaults, finding that guy who's been guarding the Portal Stone for hundreds of years, waiting for you to come and take it, you know? I thought that those were all really cool things, so I do appreciate that. Grizzleheim, for me, would probably be... Mercombe Keep is really fun. I do really like Mercombe Keep, going and fighting the different guys, finding them, bringing them back, fighting the wolf guys who are being evil, you know, that kind of thing. Sorry, I'm very tired right now. In Winter Tusk, my favorite would probably be Sudgerland. Sudgerland's very fun. I really like the quest line, and I like how I like how he says, yeah, I'll just give it to you. And you're like, what? And he's like, well, I need to prove my worth. My words have weight. So then you go and weigh them, and it's like, oh my god, his words actually have weight. So you know, it was a really fun quest line. I really do enjoy that. Favorite street definitely in Winter Tusk. Celestia, for me, would probably be... which one of these do I like the most? I don't know. It's kind of difficult. Probably the District of the Stars. I think the District of the Stars has a really cool look to it. Also, like, the Stellarium's really fun. Helping that researcher there. Really cool. The Archivist as well. Definitely one of my favorite streets. If not Stormriven, is definitely a close second. I really like Stormriven in of its entirety. I like the enemies, the quest line, and then Stormriven Hall, where you're, not Stormriven Hall, but like before Stormriven Hall, you're betrayed again by a guy. Maybe that's in a video in the future, every time you're betrayed by someone. Wisteria, again, I can't really rank this. My favorite would just be Pegasus Place. I think last time I said my least favorite was Tangled Way, just because you can't really rank it. It's like there's 3 streets. What are you gonna do? Zafaria, for me, definitely my favorite is Savannah. The Savannah is really fun. I really like it as an introduction to the world. I've always thought it's a really good one. I like how you go up on top of the Pride Rock and then you fight that lion guy who says he's going to eat you. And then you destroy him in combat and he's like, ah! And then he runs away because he's angry and sad that you beat him in combat. Avalon. This one for me is a hefty Caerleon. I really like Caerleon. It's probably one of my favorite streets in this game, honestly. It's a very fun street, and it's just generally has a really good aesthetic. One of my favorites, helping Old Greenbeard with that whole marriage thing, was really fun. Really like it. Definitely one of my favorites. Outer Yard and Lakeshore as well are really good. There are obviously a lot that I don't really like. Excuse me. The Weird, kind of boring. Wouldn't be one of my favorites. Moving on to Azteca. This is going to be funny because it's like, how do you rank Azteca? All the streets suck. For me, I'd say my favorite's probably Cloudburst Forest or Zoltan Dock. I think both are decently shorter streets, and they're also just kind of funner than the other ones, you know? They have shorter quest lines, not as difficult quest lines, and they're just generally fun. You know, like, I'm not able to say that about, like, Mangrove Marsh or Salt Meadow Swamp. Salt Meadow Swamp, especially, is very long. But Floating Mountains is cool as well, I guess. You know, it's really just which worlds are cooler than the others, in my opinion, that I rank them based off of. Chrysalis. This one is easy for me. The Sardonyx is way above any other street in this world. I genuinely enjoy doing the Sardonyx, which is funny because that makes it an outlier in Chrysalis where I don't really enjoy any other streets. It's very beautiful looking. The architecture is really cool. It's shorter. We don't have to go in here for the spiral door. It's shorter than the other ones, and I would definitely consider it to be the most fun out of Chrysalis. My favorite street. Polaris. This one is this one for me would probably be tied between Walrusburg, if you count it as a street, and the harbor as well, because they're both really fun. What did I say about this is my least favorite? Probably the River of Frozen Tears. That makes sense. I'd say Walrusburg or the harbor. Definitely my favorite. I really like storming the Bastille. And storming the palace as well was really fun. Pretty good streets, if I do say so myself. Can't go to the Arcana. Alright, Mirage. My favorite world right now, probably. I'm just still loading screen. There we go. Yeah, it's probably become my favorite world. For me, my favorite street here actually has to do with a character. Excuse me. Istanboa is probably my favorite street, and you may ask, if you've done this, like, why Istanboa? It's kind of dark, dreary, it's not that long. Well, because Snake Plissken is a character, and I really, really liked him. He was one of my favorite characters this game's ever invented, and I really miss him, and I want him to come back in a future world. But Istanboa is my favorite because of that. If we're disregarding him as a character, though, probably the Caterwaul Canyons was really good as well, or the Alkali Burrows. All really good. I really liked finding Ozzy in the Alkali Burrows, so consider that as well. Imperia, for me, it has to go to Port Arrow, the Nimbus Citadel, that kind of area. I don't really remember the streets exactly, but the reason why I like them so much is because they're all very green, very vibrant, and to me, that just makes it so much better than stuff like the Aerial Shore and the Aerial Jungle, because it's so dark, dreary, it's raining all the time. It's just, it has to go to those streets because I really like them. And coming up last, and I did this in almost the exact same amount of time as the Wisteria one, which is pretty cool, is Caramel. What is my favorite street in Caramel? It would probably have to be Sweetsburg. Sweetsburg was really fun. Going into the factory, was it the Sweetsburg though that I considered to be the best? Which is the one where you find out that Nana's evil. Actually, you know what? I like Candy Corn Farm a lot. I really liked finding out that they enslaved the gobblers and put them in machines to sweat. I thought that that was a really dark twist, and I found it really funny. So, well, okay, it's not funny. I found it to be interesting. So Candy Corn Farm is probably my favorite. But I do also really like the Von Trapp Estate and the Rock Candy Mountains, that area. Gundrop Forest is also really good. The only streets I don't really like are probably Nibelheim, Gutenstadt, and the Black Licorice Forest. Also Gobblerton was kind of meh. But I do enjoy a lot of these streets. So that's that. That's going to be it for this video. Let me know in the comment section below your favorite streets in Wizard101. I'm very interested. I want to know. Drop a like if you enjoyed, hit the sub button if you really enjoyed, and if you outstandingly enjoyed, put the drop a channel membership if you want. So that's gonna be it. Thank you all for watching. See you in the next video. Have a fantastic day.